Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing great. Last time I did a video tutorial on how to make an afro hair drawstring bun, but this time I'm going to show you how to make a faux locks drawstring ponytail using faux locks and a net mesh base, which comes already made. Before I go further, I just want to ask you to please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and also share this video. This is the crochet hook. Then we move on to the circular round mesh base. It comes ready made. I'll leave a link in the box in the bottom comment section. It's stretchy and it has the drawstrings. And this is my canvas blockhead. So if you look at my previous video on how to make a drawstring with an afro drawstring ponytail, you will see how I pinned the mesh base onto the canvas. The faux locks here I'm using has 12 times 3 strands, that's 36, and I have 2 packets, so in total I have 72 strands. It is the brand, the True Curly Faux Locks brand, and the hair has highlights of burgundy. It's a 14-inch. That's the package. So you take your crochet hook and we are going to start attaching the hair to the outer perimeter of the circle. Like in the video, I will show you how to, you have to take your hook and you insert it right at the outer perimeter. We're going to start right at the outer perimeter. Insert the hook and then hook the pre-made faux locks and then close the hook, pull it through, and then pick up the hair from the end, the ending part. That way it's easier to insert through the eye, the loop, and then pull the hair through the way I'm doing it in the video, just like that. I'm going to show you a second one. So if you've never done this before, if you know how to do crochet braiding, like just the hooking it in with the crochet hook, the same thing, but this time you're just inserting it through the net mesh. So leave about an inch and do the same thing. Hook, close the hook, come through and pick up the end at the tail and pull that through the loop. And gently pull, working your way toward the net. I'm gonna do it one more time. Make sure it's secure. Don't pull too much because you need to avoid making a rip or ripping the net. So you have about an inch space. Carry on in a circle, another inch. On this type of hair, it's very light hair, so your ponytail is not going to be heavy. So once again, you hook the crochet hook through the net, pick up the loop, come back out, pull, just like that. Okay, I'm sure by now you're getting the gist of it. Okay, one more time. Insert the hook through the net, hook the loop, close the eye, pull the hair through and then pull to secure at the base. So carry on going until you have a full circle. Just remember to leave an inch space between the strands. This gives enough room and you may be able to close the gaps at the end, but you just want to make sure that your hair is spread out evenly and you'll have enough strands. Feel free to adjust the pins if they come in the way. And another thing is, do not hook the drawstring. Just make sure you're only picking up the net mesh. Don't pick up the drawstring. Faux locks are quite trendy these days. You could have the full head with faux locks, or you could have this quick ponytail, instant ponytail, and you can style it with it. You can style your hair in a bun, or you could braid your hair up and then use this as a finishing touch. So you have many options. We finished the full circle. As you can see, I've left about an inch, approximately 1 inch, or the space of your thumb. So now we're going to begin the second circle, which is going to be just another inch above the first circle. So go within the center of the bottom, because what you're trying to do is to have it fall through the center of the strands below. Just take a look at what I'm doing in the video. I'm starting the second circle, so I'm going midway. I want that hair to fall in the middle of that space, and I'm also going to leave about an inch. Remember, use the bottom strands to sort of guide you to go in the center, so that strand will fall in the middle, in between the two strands below, just like that. You're going to do that throughout the circle, just to make sure the hair is evenly spread and it has a very nice fall. Be gentle with your net mesh to avoid it ripping. And this hair is light, so it's very easy to work with. Okay. We're doing exactly the same, just hook. If you have to lift up the net, you can do that, because this is a fiddly task. Hook, pull. And when you're picking up the net mesh, you're picking up at least, what, 5 or 6 of those diamonds or boxes. You see the hair is starting to fill up. There we go. I think we've completed our second circle, and the hair is falling evenly in between the bottom strands, as you can see. So I found this a very effective way to work, to start from the outer, working my way inside to the center. And we are going to start working on circle number 3. Going to do exactly what we did with the second circle, to find the center to fall in between the bottom 2 strands, and the same process throughout. You just hook, pull, drop, hook, pull, and drop. What you'll find is this third circle is going to be slightly smaller, as in you're not going to be able to have a full inch, or what I've done is I've left one space, so every other, that's where I will actually plant the next strand. Every other gap. Okay, if you see what I'm doing in the video, hook, pull, drop. So instead of putting a drop in between every the 2 bottom strands, I'm skipping one and then moving to the next. That way it is evenly spaced out, because otherwise it'll be too tight. What I'm doing is I'm using this space guide as a guide, these spaces as a guide, and then I will fill it up at the end. I will fill in any of the gaps at the end. So now you can see my third circle is complete and quite spaced out, and I was leaving about an inch. And if you have a lot of hair, you could actually start filling in the gaps at this point, or you could just finish up the center and then go back and start filling up the gaps, because with this particular brand of hair, I have enough hair to complete the whole circle. Unlike, it will depend on which type of hair and how many packets you have. As I said, I'm using 2 packets, and in each of those 2 packets is 36 strands. At this point, I am starting to fill in the gaps because I have quite a lot of hair left. I have quite a lot of hair, and I have estimated that it will actually cover the full center and still be left with extra hair. because what you don't want is too many big empty spaces. You want to fill in those empty spaces, just like the way I'm doing in the video. As you can see, there's a big gap there. All right, just like that. And I'm also completing the top, still going around in a circle. At the top center area, you're not necessarily leaving an inch, you're just making sure that that center is fully covered and filling up the gaps. So you just evenly space out the hair, but you are now doing them quite close to each other because it is the center and you want everything nicely covered. And if you rip the net, I'm sure you could just stitch that net back together and just continue, because you can still cover it up. There you go, the center is almost complete. And now I'm looking for some gaps because I still have quite an amount of hair left. Just go around, you could go around the top, the bottom, just go around looking for the big gaps. I've still got about 12 strands. Just look for a way to fit them all in. This particular hair is not going to be very bulky, so I am going to use all the strands. You could start removing the pins once you filled in the hair, and you have to be very careful when removing the pins because you don't want any hair caught up in the pins and you don't want to rip any of the net mesh. And you want to maybe test to see if the drawstring has not been hooked onto anything. And just like that, it's working very well. Now I'm going to join the combs inside. You basically stitch the comb, two combs, one facing down, the other one facing up. You stitch, I'll just show you how to do that quickly. You just stitch right round from the bottom, just go up that perimeter in that direction. Just a blanket stitch or just an overlapping stitch, very simple. That helps when you're actually wearing the drawstring ponytail, because it secures the hair onto your ponytail. That's what it looks like inside or underneath. Here I'm just demonstrating how to just simply stitch that the comb to the mesh. I think I'm using just a simple overlapping stitch. These particular type of drawstring ponytails with the braids or faux locks, they're not available, they're not necessarily available in stores. That's why it is good to just make your own, especially at this point in time, it's nice to learn some new skills. It's nice to learn how to take care of your hair, how to style your hair, how to give yourself alternative hairstyles, just to add variety and to make it more fun. Secure your comb. As you can see, it's quite secure. I'm happy with that. So our drawstring ponytail is complete and ready to wear. That's how it looks when you close the drawstring, and voila, that's me all glammed up. Ponytail, I like this particular one as an updo. This is a smart look, a confident look. You can go for a job interview with this look. You can be in a board meeting with this look. It's a very, very nice and simple way of styling your hair. This hairstyle says power. This hairstyle says glam, strong. It says a lot of things. So why don't you get creative, and maybe you could make something like this for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, thumbs up, and come and join us at the Hair Braiding School on Facebook, Insta, and YouTube.